position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Makes the catch, it's White. At midfield, he's got room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. On first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The sure hands, it's Riley. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try the run. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but So many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
The give to the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try to bully their way for the first.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Riley. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And how about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football, they stick to what they do well, they know where the first down marker is, and they get the first down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Russell. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown tie. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Maryland. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Russell. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Riley. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the ground, it's Riley. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Riley. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Riley. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
I don't know if anybody saw this happening. He's 0 for 6 to start the game throwing it. He's just not seeing the field real well. The defense has done a great job in the back end and with their pass rush, making life really hard on him. But they've got no points, and it's not a surprise. I mean, they thought they would be able to find some explosive plays throwing it early. That has not been the case.
Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Finds his man. It's Terry. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
Get set, get set.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to scramble. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
From the gun, give on the inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Edwards. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 11 to Maryland. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
42, Spider.
Looking to fire. Throwing right. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
Cut.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Finds a little space. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Nice job on this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put the 25. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The run from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. Extending the play. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up the field before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Finds his big tight end. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Second and goal coming up. Big tight end. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sending the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to take off. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. Trying to take it back. He's at the and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
35, Texas.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Texas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The short hands, it's Wiggins. Across the 25, he's got room. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
To the air. It's Russell. Now improvising. Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Edwards. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Ingram. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Comes the Texas offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
With the run on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown time.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into